In just the 2 days since Steve Jobs died, millions of people have taken inspiration in the words he left behind. But maybe none seems as appropriate right now as this. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. And among those wonderful things that are now part of his legacy is a list of hidden secrets we can all learn from. The 7 secrets to his success. Here's Deborah Roberts.
How is it that a college dropout who landed in his parents' garage, who was once kicked out of his own company, could cast such a dazzling spell, turning the inconceivable into things we can't live without?
Maybe down to 61 degrees in San Francisco.
What did Steve Jobs know that we don't? Folks sipping cocktails at the Edmunds Automotive website in California would sure love to know.
You don't have to try to emulate Steve Jobs, but the techniques that he has honed over time are the ones that will work for anybody.
Author and consultant Carmine Gallo has built a career sharing the special secrets of Steve Jobs, most gleaned from the man himself.
Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith.
And those who worked with him.
7 principles of success that anybody can use to be more successful, to be more innovative, to live a more inspiring life.
Number 1, do what you love, no matter what it happens to be.
Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it.
Now, a lot of people will look at that and say, oh, yeah, do what you love. Sure. We all hear that. But is that really the secret of success? Passion is everything. I think a lot of people embody the Steve Jobs model, but don't know that they're doing so. So Rachel Ray did what she loved. She was giving cooking classes at Macy's for nothing. She was giving free cooking classes because she loved what she did. And what did she create? 30-minute meals.
Number 2, put a dent in the universe.
Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition.
Put a dent in the universe simply means that you have to have a big, bold, clear, concise vision. I like to say that your vision should fit in a Twitter post. Think about this. John Kennedy in 1961 had a clear, concise vision that was under 140 characters. If Twitter had existed that day, he could have tweeted it.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon.
The 3rd secret might surprise you. The man who sold 315 million iPods believed you should say no to 1,000 things.
How do you become a success by saying no?
You have to focus. And this is something that applies to our businesses and our lives. Reduce the clutter. Make it simple. In 1997, when he returned to Apple, Apple was close to bankruptcy. He took 300 products and condensed them to 10.
We've got to get the spark back with the developers.
Just all about streamlining. And Jobs honed not just products, but people. Robert Pringley worked with him starting in 1977.
Steve felt very strongly that he could only interface with about a half a dozen people. And so therefore, he had to concentrate at any given moment on who were the half a dozen most important people in his life. And if you are in the top 6, you get all my time. If you fall off, if you're number 7 or 57, I don't know you.
Simplicity in everything, even down to the trademarked black turtleneck and jeans.
In latter years, he decided that he would wear the same outfit every day so that he didn't have to think about it. No one had to think about it. There were no decisions.
Secret number 4, kickstart your brain by doing something new, like the time Jobs took a trip to India with his college buddy Daniel Kotke.
He's the one who proposed the trip. He had shaved his head. His inquiring mind is something that certainly contributed to his success in life.
Thinking differently led Jobs to make unexpected connections.
The inspiration for the Apple Store came from the 4 seasons. That's why when you walk into an Apple Store, you will not find a cashier. You'll find a concierge. Walk to the back of the store, and there's a bar. It doesn't dispense alcohol, but it dispenses advice.
And if you're running a business, number 5 may be what you need to hear. Sell dreams, not products. And 6, create insanely great experiences. For Jobs, it wasn't just about selling 29 million iPads this summer, but entertaining the customer at the same time.
How can I innovate at my small pizza parlor or my small store, my retail shop? Innovation means creating an experience for your customer.
And one of Jobs' most important secrets, 7, master the message.
He wasn't born a naturally gifted presenter. In the mid-70s, it was Steve Jobs' first live television interview.
Now, this is not the real thing, though, right? You just want a picture of me now?
He was visibly nervous.
Because I'm deathly ill, actually, and ready to throw up at any moment, so.
In 2007, he actually gave what I consider the greatest presentation I've ever seen, the introduction of the iPhone.
Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
So how does all this relate to the rest of us? Even if you're not the head of a company,
you are being judged by how well you give a presentation, how well you communicate, just to get that first job out of college, and then next job and climb the career ladder.
Yet some of the genius of the Apple co-founder could be a bit sour, like Jobs' famous perfectionism and temper.
He's a very demanding manager.
Whatever his flaws, Steve Jobs will be known as the ultimate visionary. So don't feel bad. Steal his secrets. Most likely, he would expect that.
Good artists copy. Great artists steal.
You may not want to change the world necessarily, but you can change your own little part of it. I think it's a good exercise. What would Steve Jobs do? It's tough. When you start asking yourself, what would Steve do? It's a high bar to reach, but it's worth reaching.